not going in hard enough.
Swing back into attack once again.
From the last defence line now to the half-back line.
Australian football is played on an oval ground. It can be between 110 and 155 metres wide and 135 to 185 metres long. The centre circle is 3 metres in diameter. There are 2 inner goal posts, at least 6 metres high, and 2 smaller outer posts, called behind posts, at least 3 metres high. The kick-off rectangle extends 9 metres from the goalposts into the playing arena.
Richmond is the first team onto the ground for the grand final, the climax of the season before a huge crowd at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. They'll be playing against Carlton in this championship game.
A team, 18 players and 2 reserves. The coach may also use an official runner to communicate with his players during the game.
And here come the umpires. Umpire Bill Deller in charge of the game, holding the ball. On either side of him, the boundary umpires, and behind them, the goal umpires.
Four 25-minute playing quarters with rest breaks in between. Total playing time, 100 minutes.
Umpire Bill Deller tosses the coin. The captain's call. And it's Nichols of Carlton who wins the toss and decides to kick from right to left. Everything in readiness for the start of the first quarter. Here's umpire Deller. Bounces the ball in the centre and the grand final's underway, and it's Carlton who have the immediate advantage.
The object of the game, to score more points than the opposition. The ball is bounced in the centre circle to start the game. Once the ball is bounced, the players can enter the centre circle and they try to hit or palm the ball to their own teammates. This is called the hit-out. This centre bounce is repeated at the start of each quarter and after every goal scored. A goal is scored when the ball is kicked between the 2 inner goalposts without being touched by any other player. 1 goal, 6 points. When a goal is scored, the goal umpire indicates the fact by waving 2 flags. If the ball is kicked between the goalposts but is touched in transit by a player, a behind is scored. 1 behind, 1 point. For a behind, they wave only 1 flag. When a behind is scored, play restarts with a defender kicking the ball into play from the kick-off rectangle. If the ball travels between the goalpost and a behind post, or hits or passes over a goalpost, then a behind is scored. If the ball passes over or hits a behind post, no score. A goal, 6 points. A behind, 1 point.
Jackson of Carlton grabs the ball. His quick kick goes towards the Carlton forward area. The ball punched away by the Richmond defence. Here's a chance for Walsh, who comes in on the scene. He can't quite get his kick. The ball rebounds, and the chance goes out towards the centre wing. It's a scramble of players out there. Finally, it's Gallagher of Carlton who's pulled too high, and the first free kick of the game goes to the Carlton Rover for being pulled around the neck. Gallagher, with his left foot kick, puts Carlton deep into attack. The players fly for the ball. It comes off hands. A chance for Walls. Picks up with his left boot and kicks towards goal, but it's offline, a behind only, and Carlton have the first score of the grand final on the board. 1 behind to Carlton. The Richmond full-back, Dick Clay, will put the ball back into play. Clay with a long kick, finds the centre of the ground. A big pack of players fly for the ball. It comes off hands to Richmond. Richmond going forward, up towards the full forward area. Here's Mackay of Carlton. Oh, drops an easy mark. Forced a hand pass across goals to O'Connell, his back pocket player. O'Connell's quick kick goes out towards the half forward area. Here comes Bartlett. Bartlett an extra hand pass.
Now, what can a player do? He can hand pass the ball in any direction by holding the ball with one hand and hitting it with the clenched fist of the other hand. He can run with the ball, provided he bounces it or touches it to the ground every 10 meters. He can kick the ball in any direction. He can mark the ball. That is, if he catches a ball which has been kicked more than 10 meters, and he catches it before it hits the ground or is touched by another player, then he is allowed a free kick without interference from the other team. A player taking the mark can, if he wants, disregard the free kick and play on. A player can tackle or block an opponent in possession of the ball with the use of hips, shoulder, chest, arms, or open hands. He can grab him between the shoulder and the knee. He can also shepherd or block an opponent from tackling a teammate or getting to the ball, provided the ball is not more than 5 meters away. There are quite a few things a player cannot do, and the penalty for an infringement is a free kick to his nearest opponent. If the ball goes out of bounds, the boundary umpire stands on the boundary line and throws the ball back over his head towards the centre circle. If a player deliberately kicks or forces the ball out of bounds, or kicks it out without bouncing, then a free kick is given to the opposing side from where the ball went out.
But it's Richmond into attack. It's a long one to Royce Hart, his captain at centre-half forward. Hart goes for the long kick towards goal. It's punched away, hits the ground, comes to Cumming, runs into an open goal and bangs it through. First goal on the board to Richmond. Richmond now kicking from right to left, and Carlton leading 52 points to 34. Della bounces the ball in the centre once again, and the game is underway. And once more, it's Carlton who have the advantage first off. They into defence. A kick off the ground favours Richmond. Richmond coming away. The shot by Morris gets onto his left boot. It's close. Wait for the goal umpire. It's a goal. A goal to the Tigers. Richmond fighting back. Boundary umpires bringing the ball back to the central umpire, Bill Della, after that splendid goal on the left foot by Morris. 52-40 the score for Carlton as Della bounces the ball in the centre once again. Again it's Jones who wins the tap, but Highwood of Richmond from the half-back line sends Richmond deep into attack. The ball punched away. A chance once again for Sproul. He fumbles, loses the run of the ball. In he comes. Oh, over the top goes a Carlton player, right into the back, and Sproul will get the free kick for a push in the back. The Carlton player Armstrong guarding the mark, hoping to knock down that kick by Sproul. He elects to drop kick, sends the ball up towards the Richmond attacking area, but a fine mark by Southby stems that Richmond attack. Southby in the last line of defence kicks the ball out towards the centre wing once again, favouring the punt kick. A big pack of players flying for the ball. Nobody can bring the ball to ground.
There are 18 playing positions. 3 forwards, 3 half forwards, 3 centres, 3 half-backs, 3 backs, and 3 roving players, known as the ruck. The ruck is really a team within a team. There is a rover and 2 followers. They are at the centre bounce, and one of their main functions is to gain possession of the ball. But they should be in the game the whole time. They need to be fast, mobile and strong. A ruck might swing into action at bounces or throwings up to 120 times in a match. So what an advantage a winning ruck makes to a team. The backs or defenders are there to save goals. They should bustle and subdue their opponents. They must bottle up the attack. The half-backs are basically defenders